My name is Carson. Welcome to Thrifty Garage, a channel where we do everyday repairs, how-tos, and reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be helping cover a mine shaft. Right here we've got a big hole for a mine shaft. So jumping into the video here, we had the opportunity to help someone out backfill their mine shaft. So this is was at one point in time a 120-foot deep mine shaft, what they believe is an air hole in order to ventilate the mines down below. There's a very deep hole. This hole was at one point in time covered up, and then with erosion and drainage has reopened. And so this is a safety hazard, and we're going to go ahead and cap this and prevent any future openings in the future. So this area, we're here in the Midwest. We do landscape business here. We do a lot of equipment work. And so with that, we've had this opportunity to come out and help on this project. The landowner here actually rented their own piece of equipment, and we were just on site to kind of help and watch them and participate with them and film the whole process. But basically the process here, obviously we found the hole. It looks like this hole had a rock, whether intentional or unintentionally, on top of this mine shaft opening. This is about a foot and a half in diameter opening. Not tall enough or not wide enough to take an adult, but it could take livestock, it could take a small child. It can be very problematic if this wasn't addressed. So this was of high concern to the landowner, and we wanted to make sure we fix this right. So the EPA, working with them, learned the process on how to deal with these type of things. The EPA recommended that we dig down the hole to a certain depth and then cover the hole with a large chunk of concrete, a big rock, or something similar like that, where we can stop up that hole and prevent any erosion from happening. So we dug down 3, 4, 5 feet and exposed the area and opened this up so we could have access to cover this up. And then we covered this up with a large chunk of recycled concrete, put that over the top, compacted it in as much as we could. I should back it up. Before we put that concrete on, we put that large rock that was in that area to cover the hole, compacted it in, and covered it up really well. So that's got one layer of sealing on that little rock, and then we've got another layer of the large chunk of concrete, and then we backfilled that and compacted that as well. So the multiple layers of dirt that was installed in that should shed the water off the surface. Really what happened here is this hole was probably covered at one point in time, but that erosion runoff water on the surface there found its way into a path of least resistance. Instead of flowing down the hill, it found this hole that just kept going and going and going. And so that water flowed into there, and as that eroded away, that hole got bigger and bigger. So now we cover this back up, and we're buried 3 or 4 feet deep down. It should prevent that from going over there. Having a clay soil to cap that works really well, and once vegetation's on here as well, that will really help slow down the water flow and prevent that erosion process from happening. Little short, quick video. We'll show you some clips here, kind of what we did, part of the digging and putting this on. Pretty simple project. When I initially got the call, I expected to show up and see some just massive 10, 20 foot wide hole going deep into the earth. Back in the West, we going around off-road 4-wheel drive trails, we would often find old mining pits that have been sealed off with rebar, 1-inch thick rebar, metal grates across the whole thing to prevent vehicles and people from getting in there. And there's videos online of people dropping Molotov cocktails down those and then exploding and stuff like that. It's definitely frowned upon by the different government entities to be playing those things. Mines can be very dangerous, and a lot of mines have been closed off over the years because people have been gone exploring and dangerous situations. So I expected just some massive hole. I pictured, dump truck upon dump truck load of soil going into this hole. That wasn't the case here, and it was a really relatively easy solution. Quick and simple video. Searching YouTube, I did find another a little bit larger mine shaft, probably 3, 4, 5 feet in diameter, in the middle of Nevada, and they actually used expanding foam to fill that up. So lots of different solutions out there as how to do this, but I think given the size of this mine shaft, given the size of the hole, I think this was a good solution. It solved the problem and will prevent any problems in the future. You could drive a dump truck over this, a concrete truck, whatever you will, and it wouldn't have any issues. So problem solved, and we're on to the next project. So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of our long-term viewers. We're about 12, 13,000 subscribers now, so we really appreciate that. Hope to keep growing the channel. Hope to keep bringing new and unique content on the channel as we do our biggest Thrifty Garage project yet, our home remodel here, our second house flip, and then also sharing our Thrifty Garage. We're also sharing our landscape business content, doing different projects there with our Bobcat equipment, and lots of fun, exciting stuff. So leave any questions or comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching Thrifty Garage. On week 2, Carly removed the fake wall above the cabinets in the kitchen. We started the lengthy process of removing branches and vegetation. We hired a contractor to remove the popcorn ceilings and retexture them.
On week 3, we continued to remove wallpaper. We took out the carpet in the 3 bedrooms and the basement. We started on drywall repair. We took down a dead tree